need to see my face to hear what I've got to say. And Planet Australia is going to say what I'm going to say. Now, the thing is, I'll take you back to a bit of so many years ago. And we'll pick on the 90s. No, we'll pick on the 80s there. Now, in the 80s, I was a young pup. Now, in the 80s, it was very free with what you could say and what you could even do, because that was just the Yocker way. And the thing is, if you were walking past a pub, whether it be the Bondi or the Coogee or whatever the pub may have been, or you're walking on Bondi Beach or Coogee Beach or whatever the case may be, you'd cop a bit of, cheek off the blokes. And a woman at that stage in life, and I was young and impressionable and very much standing up for my rights. And at that time in history, in that decade, women were just starting to find their foundations and feel it was time to say enough is enough of the Yocker. Whether you're walking past a pub with a bloke holding a beer, or you're walking past a butcher and somebody yells out, "Hey, thunder thighs," would that not be offensive to a woman? I think so. So whether it be melons or good day, how you going, thunder thighs, would be, to me as a woman, very insulting. So remember, the women from the 80s are still fighting today. So remember that, ladies. And remember that because it is true. We've come a long way. But there are still those that live in the past. Now, I'm talking about our Prime Minister with the interview, the podcast. Now, it's plain to see that he was getting carried away with himself. And why? Did anybody look what was in front of him? Well, there was a bottle of whiskey and 2 glasses. So was our Prime Minister a bit of a slip with the tongue and a slap and a tickle from the past? Because after all, he was a young man in the 80s. So was it like that? And if so, then that's shameful, because it shows the mentality of what perhaps our Prime Minister really thinks of women. Now, when I heard that, I was disgusted because it took me back to when I was young. In the 80s, being insulted time after time for my size, how big I was, if I had acne, or if I put on a nice top, was I going to be called sexual, things? And that's what it was like in the 80s. And as I said, the mentality's got to stop because it's still stuck in the damn 80s. And I'd like to think that our Prime Minister had the balls and stood up and said, "I'm wrong," because the way he thinks is stuck in the 80s. And also, remember, was he intoxicated on the podcast? After all, there was whiskey and 2 bottles. Oh, sorry, 2 bottles? No, 1 bottle and 2 glasses. Slip of the tongue. So there you go. So that's how easy it is to have a slip of the tongue, isn't it? So think about it. Was our Prime Minister intoxicated? And was it slip of the tongue, revealing his mentality that goes back to the 1980s?